Recently, we hear the news about the Starfighter movie, and if that is the truth, Star Wars will be not in a good place again. Here's why we have a bad feeling about this. We all hear the news about the future they want to be for Star Wars, so-called Rey Plan, and it's bad. It's bad because you fail your sequel trilogy, and that trilogy was a foundation of what you want to make. This Rey character is bad, and I am not saying you can't rebuild it or fix it. Yes, you absolutely can, and we, the fans, will be happy for it. But we all knew that you will not do this. You will not rehabilitate the character. It doesn't feel like that's what you're doing. And we all knew this will not happen. Also, we know that Lucasfilm has been obsessed with going back to Rey and making her the next Obi-Wan, and the fun part of that is how you're going to make it, because she was not trained by Luke or anyone. How would she have been able to train future Jedi bearing the name Palpatine? Yes, she has the Jedi text, but that doesn't make you a Jedi or a master. For example, I can read books about how I can be a doctor, but that doesn't make me qualified to operate on a person. Or another example, I can read how to operate a power plant, but that doesn't qualify me to do it. Probably after reading it, I will do or create a next season for Chernobyl. So this is out for the picture, and we also knew that you cheated with the story training. So they said that she downloaded the training and she doesn't need it, which is stupid, but that is a story for another time. Another fun fact is that you copied the story from The Mandalorian Season 2. So Ryan is saving him, protects him, and finds a way to bring him to Rey for a training, just like Grogu, but this time he will be accepted because the suits want it. Also, we will not talk about Palpatine and how he wanted to be killed or destroyed by her hand, and later actually she did that, and he is not in her as a ghost like the Dark Empire trilogy, or like the Emperor in the Old Republic. Which, this is another stupid writing story error like the Emperor's vault room in Episode 9.
What was never in the original films is a secret vault room, accessed through his throne room.
So you've taken a bit of liberty,
Right,
so that
right.
actually it was always there, you just didn't notice it. You just didn't notice it.
I know it's a fan fiction of Ryan Gosling to play actually Cade Skywalker and that child to be also a Skywalker, but that is too good to be truth. Because the news are that he's no one, like he is a smuggler type of character, and the child is maybe a secret Skywalker or a special boy who can use the Force, and his mother was trained by Luke on his academy and she somehow survived it, or the other rumors that she is Mara Jade. It's so sad that the fans can make a better story than you. And even if she is Mara Jade, it will be stupid to bring the child to Rey. Even the idea that Rey will take Luke's things is another level, but again, we will not talk about it now. The fact that you fired so many writers for the Rey films because someone wanted to do 70-year-old Rey, who is not even Daisy Ridley, and Kathy didn't like the idea, that's why she hired Steve Knight? Just to fire him later. Because he is not the writer anymore because she didn't like it again. We can see that it's happening again, just like the sequel trilogy, and it's the same reason they are doing it again. The sad part is, again, will be not about the story and characters or a vision for the future and brand. It's about Kathy, her toys and desires. Her and part of the leadership is just trying to get Rey to be a valuable asset for the company. They will double down on her character, and that's what it is about. And no way the directors think about Rey movies. No way they think how to bring the character who killed almost this franchise that they love. We all know when they pitch something to someone and that someone is asking them put something in it somehow. This is how they become her hands. So, like it or not, you're getting 5 or 6 Rey movies. And who is going to watch them? Yeah, few people will. But is it about the money, or you don't care anymore how much you will lose it? Even if we return to the idea that Mara Jade will be played by Amy Adams and that Kid is Luke's son, and was around the island or the academy with Ben, or when he is around and never gets mentioned, is again, that stupid idea. And yeah, Ahsoka was never mentioned, but Ahsoka was not a Skywalker or important for the trilogy to live. Like, for example, to never mention that Luke and Leia are Anakin's children. The original trilogy would have been so different, even the sequel trilogy too. Lucas added Ahsoka because he wanted the trilogy to be more dramatic or more sad for Anakin's fall, and that didn't change the main story or the trilogies. We can say that even if we remove Ahsoka, the trilogies and their stories will not change. The studio itself did a lot of damage to the company by deflecting the criticism of the character by calling everybody sexist, and it's actually a huge part of the problem. At this point, with so many changes of your writers and directors, it doesn't feel that you will or want to rehabilitate her. We can talk hours and hours about this, but again, the sad part is, we the fans can make better stories. We can create better movies. But in the end of the day, Rey is waiting for us.
Don't be afraid of who you are.